Good morning. How is everyone today? I hope you can hear me. I think you can. Was doing the same thing yesterday, so that should be good. Today is Thursday, May 11th, 2023, and let's get started. Got a little bit more banking. In nomine Deum, Matronum Nostri, et Deum Iesum Christum, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of God and in Catholic contemplation humbly adore the Trinitarian Theophany. Most holy and adorable Trinity, one God and three divine beings, I believe that thou art here present. I adore thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O my God, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee. I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank God for the many graces that we receive and offer our sufferings and ourselves up to the Trinitarian Theophany. O my God, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, O God, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of God the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, O God, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O God, Our Lady, my mother and patroness, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O my God, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all because I have offended thee, my God, who art good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Remember to say the act of contrition often, and especially try to think of all of the sins, and especially mortal but venial as well. And we'll talk about that after we finish the money manipulation and the social order by Father Fahey. Okay, B, we're talking about outlining the principles of monetary reform, and we're on B, issuing of lawful exchange medium by the state. Great evils have resulted from the functioning of the gold standard and the control of the exchange medium of countries by private individuals. to remedy these evils in a manner fully in accordance with the political and economic principles, or sound economic and political principles, 3 points must be remembered. The first point of reform is that the creation or issuing of exchange medium must be taken out of private hands. The issuing of claims to goods and services valid and acceptable to all the citizens of a country is by right the prerogative of the authority exercising jurisdiction over the whole country. This is clearly seen by the fact that additional credit money issued or loaned into existence, if it does not happen to coincide with a proportional increase of goods for sale, will raise prices and make the value of everybody's money in the country worth less in goods. So repudiating part of the nation's debt in goods and services to the owners of money. To put this another way, whoever originates the exchange medium must, by the very nature of money or exchange medium, obtain something for nothing. That is, he must obtain the original purchasing power throughout the state at a trifling cost. We see that today in the trifling cost being paper. Again, whoever has the power to issue the exchange medium controls the volume of it. Arbitrary changes in the volume of money cause prices to rise or to fall. Whoever originates and controls the volume of money thus controls every single economic operation. If a private group exercises the power to originate the exchange medium and then manipulates the volume of it, that group becomes a power greater than the government itself, which we have seen throughout the world today, because every country has succumbed to that. It becomes a super government, becomes a super government, or as we call it today, a deep state, paralyzing the efforts of the lawful government for the common good. It is perfectly idle to talk about a democracy or a republic when the sovereign power is really being exercised by an individual supergroup or by the deep state. In his excellent book, Economic Tribulation, Mr. V.C. Vickers points out this truth and its consequences. Quote, "Through our own base carelessness and ignorance," he writes, "we have permitted the money industry, by the very virtue of its business, gradually to attain a political and economic influence so wide and powerful that it has actually undermined the authority of the state and usurped the power of democratic government. This national and mainly international dictatorship of money, which plays off one country against another, and which, through the ownership of a large portion of the press, today I would say 99% of the portion of the press, converts the advertisement of its own private opinion into the semblance of general public opinion, cannot for much longer be permitted to render democratic government a mere nickname. The finance industry, the exchange bankers, and the stock exchange grow rich upon the ups and downs of trade and are largely dependent on variations and changes of the price level of commodities. So they want the interest rates to be risen so that the markets go down and then brought back up. That's when they profit both ways. But productive industry grows rich upon stable markets, a constant price level, and the absence of violent economic fluctuations. Under such general conditions, the communist is naturally content to bide his time, for he observes that the trend of affairs is slowly converging towards the very conditions he most desires to see: a growing discontent with finance and the money system, an increasing weariness of the present form of party government, and an increasing poverty of loss of influence among those who have so recently been the mainstay and backbone of their country. As nations have to struggle to maintain their national sovereignty against the international manipulators of money, The sovereign authority in the nation must take over the creation of the entire medium of exchange, consisting of the lawful physical and tangible money of the country. Private individuals engaged in finance cannot be entrusted with the struggle to safeguard national sovereignty against the deadly and detestable international imperialism of money. To use the words of Pope Pius XI, oh, that's what he used. Those were his words. This is especially important since bankers in every country have already succumbed to its rule and are accustomed to look upon the trends favored by it as indicative of the true line of progress for the world. They have hitherto conspicuously failed to practice the virtue of general or legal justice. All right, I'm going to stop there. Make a quick comment that because the men of the world have been so trained since birth to follow the dictates of school and education, which neglects this type of teaching, of course, because that would make them aware of the evils that control them. So that's important, that we have to educate the youth as to what is the exchange medium and what is safe to use and who should be in control of it, and why the Catholic faith and morality is so important with those who do control it. And hence we're in the position we are today. They're about to introduce global money in the form of, again, these private banker-controlled currencies, whether they be digital or not. So we have to pray hard against their controls and really try to pray and get involved with educating about the evils of those systems. Okay, let's begin. Deum vobiscum, quoque apote. Oremus. O God, the Creator and Redeemer of all the faithful, grant to the souls of thy servants and handmaids the remission of all their sins, that they may obtain by loving prayers the forgiveness which they have always desired, who livest and reignest with thee, one God, forever and ever. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hoc immaculatum hostium, quam ego indinus famulos tuus offeditibi Deum eum vivum et verum, pro unum viribus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentiis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed pro omnibus fidelibus, catalocorum vivis aquae defunctis, ut mihi eridis proficietat salutem. Deum qui humanae substanti dignitatem medibiditu condidisti et medibidus reformasti da nobis spiritus aqua divinum mystium, eis divinitatis esse consultis quae humanitatis nostrae, fieri dignatus patroceps Deum Iesum Christum, filium qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Afferimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum da peccatis clementium, ut in conspecto divinae majestatis tuae pro nostra totius mundus salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo conjutus suscipiam rata Deum Iesum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum et conspectatur hodie, ubratia tibi Deum matronam nostri et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Bene Sanctificator. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et benedicit oblata prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sancto nomini preparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas oblationem, quam tibi efferimus amor passionis, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum. Et in honorem Deum matronam nostri et Papa Peter Sanctorum et Istorum et omnium Sanctorum, udidis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem ad salutem et ibi pro nobis intercedere et in intercedes, quorum amorem agimus in te Dei Spiritum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut meam ec vestinum acceptabile fiat ab Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tui, sed laudam et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram totusque ecclesiae sui sanctae. Deum vobiscum et quoque apud te. Sursum corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum. Dignum et justum est. Te editum limitessimi mater pater Deum matrum nostrum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum per Deum Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrum subitus agamus ac petimus. Ut ecepte pes et benedicas ex sanctum sacrificium miribata. In primis quaetivi afferimus pro ecclesiam tuum sanctum catholicam cum pacificari custodiri ad honori et regere dineris toto orbite rarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum familiarum quaetorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering, especially for Neil and Earl Lively, Maria Josephina Mose, Henry, Barbara, and Benedict Santa Croce, Mr. Nobody, Senator Luis and Amparo Cantu, Julian Gadavis, Alex and Brittany Dufour, Luis Antonio Cantu, Jenna, Lena, Lori, Aaron, and family. We pray for Mr. Nobody to receive the funding and strength needed to complete the first Sedevacantist Catholic Council office at Monastery of Illinois. Pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion or transgenderism of any kind, anywhere, any place, or any time. Pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, medium of exchange. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society and to become members of the Guardians of the Trinitarian Theophany. We ask for, quote, gay marriage, unquote, to be banned everywhere. We ask for a reversal of feminist ideology and a return to godly femininity. We ask that women cease working for Freemasons and corporations everywhere for all time. We ask that they come to understand that raising traditional Catholic families is the highest ideal and necessary for the sustaining of a Catholic society. We ask that pornography and the, quote, OnlyFans, unquote, platform be stopped immediately and forever. We ask for the abuse of children and migrants to cease, especially when they are being lied to about traveling to another country. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We ask for the effects of the satanic ritual and Black Mass held on June 29, 1963, between the Vatican and the Masonic Mother Lodge in South Carolina to be reversed, and any spells or incantations destroyed. We pray for wisdom on how to grow and prepare farm foods and animals naturally and for healthy consumption. We pray for the elimination of all harmful radiation waves in our air and in our homes. We pray to make known publicly who murdered St. Lucia or how she died. We pray to shut down CERN. all particle accelerators, and close all gateways and portals permanently, and destroy all equipment and technology related to that. We pray for the courts to do the Catholic thing and act in a just manner for the Keller and Kendrick families and the Tafur families. All these things we ask in accordance with God's holy and divine will. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est in noto devotio, pro quibus tibi efferimus verque tibi frontox sacrificium laudis prose suisque omnibus, pro redemptione anomarum suarum prospe salutis et egulamitatis suae, tibi quid redum fota sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero, communicantes et memoriam venerantes in primis gloriose semper Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum et beatorum martyrium tuorum, Papa Sancti Petri et Sancti Lucia et Sancti Jacinta et Sancti Francisco et Sancti Juan Diego et omnium sanctorum, tuorum quorum meritis pregibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectionis tuae moneab exilio, per Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblation unto Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratiam acceptabile and conficiere, digniris ut nobis corpum et sanguinem fiat didictis mi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pateretur recepit panem in sancta sacramentis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum ate Dei Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit frigide dique luminis sui dicens accipite et mandacate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simini modo postcum ceremonia est, accipiens et hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacramentis manus suas, item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecravit dique luminis sui dicens accipite et bibite exe omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis affondetur in remissione peccatorum, et quod est sufficientis in memoram facietis. Unde et memores Deum nos servet tui, sed plebs tua sancta iustem Christum filium tuum, Deum nostre tambe et passionis, nec non et in fidis resurrectionis, sed et in celos gloriose ascensionis, offerimus preclare maestati Dei tuis donis ac datis, supraque perpetua axare novutur respicieri dineris. Supplices te regamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, iube hic perfecte per manus tuum, ut quod, ex hoc autaris participationem sacro sanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem subsenimus, omni benedictione celesti et gratia Dei peamur, per Christum Deum nostre. We pray for the deceased, and we especially pray for Peter Joseph Gensler, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibus in Christum crescentibum locum refugere lucis et pacis et tota gesta placamur per Christum Deum nostrum, per quem hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivificas, benedicis et prestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, Est tibi Deum Matrum omnipotente in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Deum, matronam nostra, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sanctum tuum in mulieribus, Deum matronam nostra, materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quesumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus males, praeteritis presentibus et futuris, et intercedente beata gloriosa semper Deum matronam nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris. Ut ope misericordiae tue aduite te peccato simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi. Per eundum Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivet et renat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum, et quoque apete. Ecce mixtio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat accipientibus nobis in et salutem aeternam. Pax tecum, et quoque apete. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, quaperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuum unu vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum, tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis, et universis males, et fac me tui semper in harare mandatis, et numquam separare permittas, qui cum eodem Deum matronam nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sumere presumo, non mihi proveniat in judicium et condamnationem, sed pro tua pietate prosit mihi aututum et medis corporis, et ad mededam percipiendam qui vivis et reinas, cum Deum matronam nostra in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestum accipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deum matronam nostra non sunt dignius, ut in susceptate meis in tanto verbis aeternam. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut in susceptate meis in tanto verbis aeternam. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut in susceptate meis in tanto verbis aeternam. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quidr tribum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus queritud mihi, calicem saectaris accipiem et nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo. Laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostrae et ab inimicis meis avocero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Quodoris sumpsimus Deum Iesum Christum purimente capiamus et immune temperae fit nobis remedium sempiternam. corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum Christus ex sanguis compata have scelibus meis presta ut in me non renia scella macula quem pura sancta refectione sacramenta. Deum vobiscum, quoque apote. Oremus. O my Deum Iesum Christum, please pardon my sins and save me from the fires of hell. Please deliver all souls from purgatory, especially those in most need. And may the prayer of thy suppliants profit the souls of thy servants and handmaids, we beseech thee, O God, that thou mayest free them from all sins and make them sharers in thy redemption, who livest and reignest with thee, one God, forever and ever. Deum vobiscum et quoque apote, ite missa est, Deum gratia. Pacia tibi, Sancta Trinitam, obsequum servitutis mei, presto ut sacrificium coroculis tui, majestatis tui, majestatis in inus optore tibi cetatale, mi quiet omnibus proquibus sidut optore siti miserante perpetsabile per Christum Deum nostrum. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deum, Matronam et Filium et Spiritum Sanctum. Deum Matronam Nostra et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. I'll let that one burn down a little bit and catch up to that one. O my Deum Matronam Nostrae, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. O my Deum Iesum Christum, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. O my Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, I adore thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of God Jesus Christ, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of God our Lady, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum Matronam Nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. And thank you all for attending, and appreciate your prayers and your thoughts and your donations and everything. And please share this video with anybody who you think would appreciate it. And also I wanted to really pray for those souls who are misguided in believing the deceptions of traveling to this country. This is the United States. I see that they're pouring in the borders today, and they really have no idea what they've been suckered into, and it can't turn out good for anybody. So we have to get back to this Catholic society so that we can set it up where private individuals cannot control the economies of other countries, because that's what they do. They destroy another country economically, and then sell them the idea to move to a better one, when their intention really is demonic and evil, and it's to just destroy everything. Death is their goal. So our goal is life, freedom, and not liberty. Okay, the difference between freedom and liberty is important to understand, especially as an American. Liberty would include vice, that you could do whatever you wish or want or desire, where freedom is the ability to do good. Okay, it's the ability to choose good and to do good. So we wish to have freedom, and so do those people who are coming here. Unfortunately, they've been trained, again, more so even than Americans, to listen and do whatever the PTB tells them to do. Okay, there's a programming over years of repetition. You do this because if you don't, then they're gonna do this or whatever. And there's so much fear out there. We have to eliminate fear with the Rosary 150. It eliminates fear. Okay, so spread that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is, oh my goodness, is it really Friday tomorrow? I lose track of time so quickly. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. And please sanctify all those who you meet. And doing the right thing is a great thing. Thanks, CW.